Hey everybody, welcome to the Evolving Activist. This is Lauren Morn, and I have a question for you today. Where are you focusing your attention in your activism? And on what are you focusing your intention? Because I suspect that a lot of us have kind of an energetic equivalent of one foot on the accelerator and one foot on the brake, where we have this vision for a different world, a better world, but we're spending so much time and attention focused on the world that we have today that we're not actually really moving forward as much as we could or as fast as we could. And I think that's really important for us to think about, to consider. Where are we focusing our attention? I believe that what we focus on expands. I believe that when we focus our attention and we focus our intention, that's where stuff happens, right? So if we continue to focus our attention on what is, sometimes more of that is what we're going to get. But when we focus our attention and our intention on what we want, that guides our behaviors. It shifts things in the energy around us, and we tend to move towards that outcome in a straighter line, I guess, if you want to talk about it that way. If you think about a time when you've had a goal, a really big goal that you've accomplished, that you've achieved, something that you really, really wanted and you worked hard for, right? Was that a goal that you wished for and thought about sometimes and then spent all the rest of your time thinking about how you weren't there yet? Or was that a goal that you pretty much lived and breathed and ate and drank and slept, right? That you thought about that outcome all the time. You saw yourself in that future state and you worked towards it, and all your attention and all your intention was focused on that outcome. You didn't really have time to spend thinking about, oh, I'm not there yet, because you were too busy working towards where you wanted to go. And I think as activists, sometimes we could take something from that, right? Instead of spending so much time sharing and talking about all the terrible ways that the world is right now, if we focused our attention and our intention on the world that we're building, that we're creating, I wonder what would change. I wonder if our movements would accelerate. I wonder if that future would come closer, faster. So my invitation to you for the next few days is pay attention to where your attention is. Pay attention to what you're focusing your intentions on. Maybe experiment with this a little bit. Maybe experiment with focusing more mindfully on what you want to bring into the world. Don't spend so much time focused on all the stuff that you want to get rid of, all the things that we want to not happen in the future. See what happens. I'm going to do this myself, actually. I'm going to check in a few days. I'm going to be very mindful about focusing my attention on good, on peace, on compassion. And I'm going to be very focused on my intentions rather than constantly looking at what's going wrong, where we're not at, how far from the goal we are. I'm just going to keep focusing on that future state. I'm going to focus my intentions and my attention. I'll check back in about a week and let you know how that's going. In the meantime, I'd be interested if some of you would like to join me on that little quest. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when we stop focusing on what is and focus more on what we're creating. I was reading about the Maharishi effect, where if we could get sufficient numbers of people mass meditating at the same time, everybody holding the same intention for peace. If there were enough people doing that, what actually happened in over a number of years that they observed this was that there was a subsequent correlation in terms of the numbers of homicides and violent urban crime that happened. So when these mass meditation events happened, inevitably what would happen was subsequent to that, homicides and violent urban crimes in those cities would decline. So there's something to this on an energetic level, as well as on a very concrete action oriented level for us. And I think that there's another side effect too. I think that there's a benefit when we're focused on the future, when we're focused on what we're building versus what is. I think there might be a little less angst. I'm interested to see if that's true. So if you'd like to join me, pop a comment in the comments and let me know, and I'll check back in with you in about a week, let you know what I've noticed in my own world. So with that, here's to focusing the attention, focusing the intentions, and seeing what happens on my decidedly unscientific study. I hope that you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you on the flip side.